friends, welcome and welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking into a specific no contact and or separation situation, their current realizations. And I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is Tinseltown Tarot. And pile number two is Tarot of the Witch's Garden. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And when pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both pile's messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today, but I do hope that at least one of the pile's messages do resonate. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow or subscribe or book a private reading, so just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. Hi pile one, for those of you who chose Tinseltown Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Alrighty, pile one, specifically for a no contact and or separation situation, what are your person's current realizations? What are pile one's person's current realizations about pile one, please? Some clarifiers, please. Okay, we have 9 of Cups, we have 5 of Cups, we have the King of Pentacles, we have the 9 of Swords, we have the 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Okay. I also have your Oracle cards, let's get into them as well. We have Animosity, Maintain financial discipline. We have Zinnia, lightheartedness, and then we have Cherry. Oh, a lot of internal chaos going on with your person at this point. With Cherry as well, you know, it's associated with the moon, so a lot of very closed off energy. I don't think that this person is in the energy of wanting to communicate with anyone, not just you. I know that we channel specifically for no contact and or separation, but it's also coming through very strongly that this person might just be in an energy of wanting to be by themselves at this point. They might have also kind of shunned society a little bit, you know, just very aloof energies coming from your person at this point in time. Their current realizations are that they are in this energy. It's a little bit different because I think that your person might have thought that they were being okay or they were being normal, but now they're realizing that how they're showing up, whether it's in their life or in this connection, this aloof energy, they're realizing that they're actually showing up with that energy. You could have told your person that, hey, there's something off about the way that you're showing up, the energy that you're showing up, or you know, whenever you would reach out to this person, maybe they would be very, very short with their replies, or they wouldn't be willing to talk to you. Your person might have thought that they were being completely fine and they were being normal, but now they're realizing that they were actually being very aloof, that they were being very, hold on. Let me actually get this guy to, yeah, okay. Where was I? Yeah, so I think that your person might have thought, okay, well, you know, I'm being normal, but what your person's realizing is that they are actually far from being normal, that they have, you know, every time you've reached out to them, they've kind of shunned you away, or they've been very indifferent with you. And they might not have been rude, but there was definitely an energy of that block. And that's what they're realizing at this point in time. It looks like you've reached out to them quite a few times, Pal 1. That's the energy coming through, but no, very, very blocked energies. And that's what they're realizing, that the silence between the two of you might actually have something to do with them and not you, because you've done your best. You've tried your best to maybe fix things between the two of you, or maybe to try to, work things out between the two of you. You might have even tried to be very lighthearted while approaching this person, just to kind of ease up the energy between the two of you, but this person was just not having it. I think that they were just very, very stoic, and that's also the energy that's coming through. And I think that time and again you just kept facing so much of block from this person that you decided, okay, you know what, if that's the energy that you're going to be in, then I need to protect myself and I need to walk away. And I am also seeing that there might have been a lot of tears on your end. I think that you might have cried for this person, because I'm feeling that energy as well. And I think it might have been also very confusing for you, Pal 1, because it's not that this person said go away or they said something mean or rude. It was just, you could feel that block, that this person didn't want to talk to you, or the way of their communication, like the style of that communication might have been very, very abrupt. Like they wouldn't continue the conversation, or you'd just be there like talking to yourself kind of energy coming through. And so it might have been very hurtful for you, and I think that you might have walked away. I don't think that you told this person like, I'm walking away. I think that you just did. I think that you just got the hint, you got the point, and then you walked away. And now this person's feeling the loss of you. Now they're realizing, oh wait, the silence between us, well, it's actually got to do with me. I was the one who was showing up with very blocked energies. So now the realizations are, okay, well, I wish I did it this way. I wish I had replied this way when this person replied. But it's a little bit more passive energies coming through, Pile 1. It's just realizations at this point in time. I don't know if they're going to take action about it anytime soon, but it's kind of hitting them. Like the silence has made them think about their actions, about how they showed up with respect to you, and how they could have matched your energy. It's not that they didn't want to. I think that there might have been a little bit of ego coming through, but if they had just matched your energy, or if they weren't in the right energy, they could have just told you that I'm not doing well, or I'm going through something, I need my space. They could have just communicated that. And I think that that's also something that they're understanding with the Four of Pentacles over here, that they could have just spoken to you or let you know what they were going through, and you would have been very, very understanding of that. So a little bit of, with this zinnia coming out, what I'm being called to is like the gap between responsible adult and innocent child. And I think that this person might not have communicated their feelings or what they were going through in the right way, or in a way that was healthy, or in a way that a responsible adult would have. And I think that your person might have reacted in ways where it's very, very dysregulated, So that's coming through, and it's more of an understanding at this point in time. I don't know if your person's going to take action based on that, but it is more of, okay, well, there should have been a lot. I should have regulated my emotions, or I should have communicated my thoughts properly. And they're realizing that there was happiness between the two of you at one point. And if they had just communicated things a little bit better with you, you both wouldn't be in this energy, because you would have understood. And this person's very, very aware that you would have understood. I'm constantly seeing that ant just going all around, and I think that that's very indicative of how chaotic your person might be feeling at this point in time, because I think that these realizations are hitting them hard. It's kind of like, all along you kind of blame the other person. Yeah, well, they're not reaching out, so I'm not reaching out. But why isn't that person reaching out? It's because every time they did, you weren't responding properly. And so it's kind of like those realizations that you have that, oh, wait, it's, I'm pointing a finger at them, but I have like 3 fingers pointing back at me, and this might actually be my fault that we're here. So that your person's kind of stepping into those energies, and that might be a little bit big for your person to recognize or to even accept, but they are accepting, but it's still in the realization phase at this point in time. All right, let's see if there's any messages for you, Pile 1, or any advice that wants to come through. For some of you, I'm not even sure if you want this person back in your life anymore. That's also the energy that's coming through. Or it could be this person feeling like there's no hope. Maybe you've moved on. Maybe you've, you know, gone your own route and surrounded yourself with people who match your energy. You could have done that. So one advice or one message that wants to come through for Pile 1, please. It's taken you a lot of strength to walk away from this connection, and that is coming through very, very strongly, that you let this person be rather than letting them know, okay, well, this is the version of you that I was expecting. Or I think that you just realized that this person wasn't matching your energy and you walked away. And what's coming through is you are going to be rewarded for the strength that you showed. Whether it is this person stepping up or other people aligning to your energy, other people who treat you the way that you deserve, you're stepping into that energy. You are going to feel it because, yes, beautiful energy is coming through. You have walked away from something that did not serve you, and because you are, how do I say this? When you walk away from things that no longer align, regardless of how painful it is, you automatically align to things that match your energy. And that's what's coming through. You might have kind of been like, okay, why did I do this? Or you kind of might have been dejected, about losing this connection or walking away from something that meant so much to you. But don't worry, Pile 1, all right? Very, very soon, you are going to reap the rewards for the service that you have done for yourself by walking away from something that was causing you pain, from something that was just not aligned with your energy. Whether it is this person stepping up or other person or other people, you're going to feel alignment. You're going to feel that natural alignment to what is meant for you. And it's only and only because you've kind of put in the work. Yes, you've kind of put in the work and you took a stand for yourself, no matter how painful it was, no matter what maybe your mind wanted you to go back to this person, but you kind of listened to your soul and you said, no, this is not alignment. This is not ease. It shouldn't be so difficult. It shouldn't be an uphill battle to talk to someone, to have a conversation with someone, or to even just be with someone, to progress a connection forward. And by doing so, you've actually created a tower moment for yourself, for your life, by this decision that you've made. And you have created alignment for yourself. And I think that's very, very beautiful, Pile 1. Again, like I say, it could be this person coming back with energy that matches yours. It could be another person, or it could be a group of people. Whatever it is, you're going to, with the Judgment coming out, you're going to get your reward, Pile 1. And it's going to be so much more beautiful than what you imagined. And only because you had the courage to align with what you deserved. And so you are going to get what you deserve, all right? And much more than what you could have anticipated, all right, Pile 1? So that's a little bit of a kudos coming through over there, just a thumbs up that you have taken the right step. You might not see the effect of it at this point in time, but hold on to that energy, all right? Continue on the path that you're on. Continue choosing yourself. You are going to see it. You are going to see the reward happening right in front of you. And it's going to be very, very, it's going to be overwhelmingly beautiful. That's the energy that's coming through, all right, Pile 1? Okay. This is where I will leave you for today. I really, really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips, send in, watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Pile 1, take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi Pile 2, for those of you who chose Tarot of the Witch's Garden, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alright, how to specifically for no contact and or separation situation. What are their current realizations about you? How to this person's current realizations about you? Some clarifiers, please. Some clarifiers, please. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. Oof, the Three of Swords. We have the Empress. We have the Nine of what is happening with your person, Pal2. We have the Three of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Hermit. Okay, I also have your Oracle cards, so let's take a look at them as well. We have Playfulness. We have Cherish What You Have. We have Campanula Alignment. I do see alignment happening with your person. Cedar of Lebanon. Okay. Big energies over here, Pal2. Your person's definitely going through a lot at this point in time. I think that there is a breakdown of your person's life, not just related to this connection. I think that it might be other aspects of your person's life as well. I think that your person has been in massive misalignment, Pal2. I think that the decisions that they've constantly kept making, very, very blocked energies from the Empress, I think that it might have been coming from a place of ego or your person just not listening to their heart. I think that decision after decision, you know, it's kind of like, I always equate this, and I probably said this before, it's kind of like, you know, if you have an angle over here, this is what misalignment, this is how I basically view misalignment. All right, so even if it is like, for example, 30 degrees at this point, right, over here the distance between the two lives that you're supposed to lead, this is alignment, this is misalignment. Over here, you know, you start taking steps that are not in alignment with what you intuitively feel, your heart, your soul. So you slowly start creating a separate path for yourself, and while it's, you know, it's just a 30 degree, but the distance as you keep going on that path, it becomes so far away from what you actually want. And sometimes it becomes so far away that you can't even see the path that you were supposed to take. And I feel that is where your person is at this point in time. I think that there is massive misalignment. And because of that, you know, misalignment naturally means there is chaos within you. There is confusion in your life. Everything feels like, you know, it's just swirling around you, and you might not even be aware of what is actually going wrong. And sometimes the misalignment is so big that you might not even know the path to alignment anymore because you've kind of strayed so far down that path. With you know, the Leo energy coming up over here, I think that, again, I'm getting very shadow energy from that. I think that it might have also been, you know, your person's ego coming through, them being very, very stubborn about choosing maybe a path that the society wanted them to choose, or a path that was tied to their self-worth, their ego. I don't think that your person listened to their heart for a very long time, Pal2, and right now what's happening is a lot of pain within them, a lot of confusion within them. And whatever they've built, this life that they've built, the foundation of it was so unstable. It was not built on what their heart or their soul was pulling them to do. All of that has kind of come crumbling down. And the reason for that is so that your person has an opportunity to build it up from scratch that is in alignment. But right now, that it's that breaking down of their life that's happening, and it's slowly crumbling, which is probably why we don't have the Tower in your reading. But I am feeling the after effects of a Tower moment. You know, this is probably a very slow breakdown of your person's life with the Three of Pentacles coming through. It's a very, very slow breakdown of your person's life. It's like one after the other after the other. It's like slowly breaking down, and they're realizing that they're losing control over what they thought they had aligned with. And there's also a change in their perception that's coming through. Your person's going to go within for quite some time. You know, I think that whatever fun or joy that they had up until now, and I feel like saying that in quotes because I think that that might have been tied with their ego up until now, all of that is dissipating. I think that your person is understanding that whatever decisions that they made from their ego self, you know, it's first off, that massive alignment, as much as it might have caused or created temporary joy within them, or they had a lot of fun in that period of time, they're realizing that with the crumbling of this entire part of their life, I really feel it is a breakdown of their entire life at this point in time, because there's just so much of misalignment coming through. They're realizing that, you know, it's painful, pal, too. I'm not able to express it because I think that your person also might not be able to understand why they're going through a breakdown, because I think that your person enjoyed it. You know, it's not like they were dissatisfied, or at least at the surface of it. I think that it was kind of brushing their ego, so they were completely happy in that zone. But, you know, when you are so misaligned, there is a natural breakdown for you to help you realign. And sometimes that's painful. Sometimes you might not even know that you've been, you know, you are so massively misaligned. And I think that that is where your person is at this point in time. They're going to take some time to find their way back. Pal 2, if you're expecting this person to reach out, I would say this is going to take a lot of time. First off, it's crumbling that's happening at this point in time. After crumbling and you know, the immense pain that your person goes through, there's also spiritual awakening that might happen. We have the Hermit coming out, so it looks like it is going to happen. With the spiritual awakening, your person slowly starts to view their past more from the lens of their higher self rather than their ego self. And then they realize that whatever joy or fun that they were having, it was very, very surface level. It was not genuine joy. It was not soul level joy or happiness that your person is meant to tap into. And so that is the process. That is going to take very, very long. You know, I would even say years in the making sometimes. But take that as it resonates for your situation. All right, this doesn't seem like fast-moving energy. I mean, this feels like a spiritual awakening, and it might even be your person's first one. And the first one is always the most, I mean, look at the energies coming through. We have 3 of Swords and 9 of Swords. I mean, it's the first one especially, and probably some of you have already been through it as well. You know, the first spiritual awakening, you're so lost. You have absolutely no idea what's going on. Why is everything crumbling? And you've been so attached to that version of your life, right? And it's very, very painful letting go of that as well. And my eye is tearing up, and I by myself, I'm completely fine. And it's just painful. You know, that's where your person is at. And their current realizations are that their life is crumbling. You know, that whatever they tied their self-worth to, their ego, their self-esteem, everything's going up, like it's falling apart. And there's just immense pain because of that. They don't realize just yet that it is because they were massively misaligned. That realization has to come through. But another realization that your person's having is that they just need to figure out how to restart their life, you know. And with the Leo energy coming up, it looks like your person is going to step into healthier energies. They have that inner power within them, that inner strength within them. But it's going to take them a little bit of time to reorient themselves and to step into those energies, or to find that energy with respect to starting afresh. So what is going on with your person, that seems to be more of the energy. And I would cherish what you have as well. I think that your person might have let go a lot of things that were supposed to be aligned to them, that were actually meaningful for their life. I think that your person might have let go of it because of their ego self, or they might have taken it for granted. It looks like your connection might also be one of those things. But there's clarity coming through. There's clarity coming through, but a little bit of time. This is very heavy spiritual awakening pile coming through. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. And it's only going to, I wouldn't say tougher, but I think that your person is going to learn how to use the inner strength and power that they do have towards alignment rather than misalignment. That's the energy that your person's stepping into, all right? So as painful as it is right now, They're ending a cycle. We have 2 9s coming out. They're ending a cycle, and we have 2 1s coming out as well, right? Yeah, 2 1s. Yeah, we have 3 9s coming up. 1, 2, 3, 3 9s coming up. End of a cycle, and they're going to step into a fresh, new cycle that is more in alignment with themselves. All right. One message or one advice for. Ten of Pentacles. I need clarifiers, please. It looks like you're leading by example, pal 2. It looks like you've already been through this and you've created a very, very aligned life for yourself. So it looks like you know what your person's going through. It looks like you've been through this ordeal. So it seems like more of a heads up that just like how you had to rebuild your life from scratch towards something that was more aligned to you, your person's going through that process. And so you have to trust your person's inner strength and inner power that they're going to get to where you did at one point, you know? And the more you can trust your person's energy, their strength, their power, because it does look like your person has a lot of that immense strength within them, but it's just that they might have used it towards something that was very, very misaligned, or towards aspects that were misaligned. But trust that your person is going to use or reorient that energy towards alignment. And for some of you, alignment could be towards this connection, towards working on rebuilding this connection with you. For others of you, it could be alignment with other aspects of their life, which slowly puts them in healthier energies to give to this connection or to come back to this connection. All right? So that is the message coming through. Trust that your person will work on this. Trust their inner power. Trust their ability to align for themselves, that they will do it, that they will heed the messages coming through, that life or the universe, whichever you want to believe, or higher power is leading them to alignment. And this is the way that they are meant to learn. All right? The person's going to step into their power. They're closing out cycles. They're starting new ones. It's a very, very difficult journey. It's a difficult process, but they're stepping into alignment. And when you trust them, you know, whether you're in contact with them or not, the energy always comes through. When you trust them, your person learns to trust themselves as well. You know, they feel that energy, and that might also be helpful for them as well. All right? How to? This is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you're looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are run right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips to send, and watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Pal 2, take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.